10 things that happened to Sasuke between Shippuden and Boruto. A great many years passed between Shippuden and Boruto. At the beginning of Boruto, it looks like Sasuke's life hasn't changed that much. The redemption of Sasuke took a long time. At one point, Sasuke was so lost that fans could only wonder if he would ever again be on the same side of his former friends. Luckily, the right words from his friend Naruto managed to sway him. Naruto Shippuden ended with Sasuke deciding to explore the world. A great many years passed between Shippuden and Boruto. At the beginning of Boruto, it looks like Sasuke's life hasn't changed that much. He is still traveling, and he is still spending long stints of time away from the village. To some degree, he might still believe he is on a mission to redeem himself. 10. He saves Konoha from meteors. In the last, Naruto has to go on a mission to stop Tonari. Hinata's little sister was kidnapped by a great threat. The village forms a team to go save her. While Naruto is away, Sasuke returns to the village. An effect of Tonari's plans made meteors rain down from the direction of the moon. Sasuke destroys the meteors before they can cause any damage to his home. This brief scene highlights Sasuke's mission during the interim between Shippuden and Boruto. Sasuke saves his village. 9. He sends a note to his friends as he is not there to celebrate with them in person. Sasuke took his journey of redemption seriously. So seriously that he neglected to make an appearance at his best friend's wedding. After everything Naruto had done for him over the years, it seems odd that he would miss such an important moment. He did send a message to his friend. A message of congratulations. While many believe this message is intended for Naruto and Hinata, that may not be the case. The wedding coincides with Sakura's birthday. The note may have been intended for Sakura's birthday. Sasuke could have intended to congratulate all three of them. 8. He meets Itachi's young friend and gets to hear about what kind of person he was. While Sasuke is on his journey, he comes across a young boy who mistakes him for Itachi. The boy had gotten a chance to get to know Itachi. After Itachi left the village, Sasuke got a chance to hear about his brother through the eyes of the young boy. The boy speaks fondly of Itachi, calling him a good person. Sasuke is able to agree with the boy's assessment of his brother. It gives Sasuke a chance to get some insight into who Itachi was. 7. He is framed for a crime though Naruto finds the rumors ridiculous. Someone starts spreading a rumor that Sasuke is planning on destroying Konoha. His sordid past leads some to believe that he might actually be planning on attacking his childhood home. Naruto finds the rumors ridiculous. Sasuke decides to return to the village after hearing that Sakura has been taken. By the time Sasuke reaches Sakura, she has already escaped. She has also dealt with the threat to Konoha. Sasuke, having missed running into Sakura, returns to the village to see her. 6. He investigates a string of mysterious disappearances. Sasuke Shinden, Book of Sunrise is a light novel that takes place after the events of the Naruto manga. The book was loosely adapted in the last season of Naruto Shippuden. The book features Sasuke investigating a series of disappearances. Kakashi had sent Sasuke a message telling him the details of the strange disappearances. When Sasuke begins to investigate, he ends up being captured by Chino and Nawaki. He eventually comes to realize that Chino is the mastermind. She wants revenge against him because she holds the Uchiha clan responsible for the death of her own clan. 5. He returns for Sakura after healing his biggest wounds and finding new purpose. Sasuke's travels give him a chance to discover who he is outside of his revenge. After Sakura points out that his protecting the village is a bit like a fulfillment of his childhood dream to join the Konoha police force. He is reminded of those he left behind. Sasuke eventually decides that it is time for him to return home. He returns for Sakura. The two spend some time together, reconnecting and bonding after so much time spent apart. 4. He takes Sakura with him when he decides to resume his travels. It is known that sometime in the 2 years after Hinata and Naruto marry, Sasuke and Sakura also decide to marry. No one knows much about the details of the wedding as no details about the event have been released. It is unknown how long Sasuke remained in the village during this time period. There is a chance the couple chose to remain in Konoha for a little while following their marriage. When Sasuke chose to resume his travels, his wife went with him. 3. He briefly reunites with Taka while on his travels with Sakura. Sasuke briefly reunites with at least one member of Taka. Sakura was out traveling with Sasuke when she went into labor with their only child. Sasuke took Sakura to one of Orochimaru's hideouts where she gave birth. Karen, who had once expressed interest in Sasuke, helped deliver the baby. The pregnancy would have occurred not long after Sakura and Sasuke married. After the birth of Sarada, it's believed that the family immediately returned to Konoha. They wanted to give their daughter a chance to grow up in the village they called home. 2. He finally returns to Konoha and enjoys a peaceful village life. Sasuke's main mission was to protect Konoha. He spends long amounts of time away from the village investigating threats to the village. After his daughter is born, he finally returns home. The peace of village life must have seemed odd after so many nights away from Konoha. For a little while, after Sarada is born, he stays in the village. He stays long enough for his daughter to have some childhood memories of him. Eventually, he decided to return to his life of traveling. 1. He spends a lot of his travels investigating the Otsutsuki. Sasuke spent a lot of his travels investigating Kaguya Otsutsuki. He understood the threat Kaguya posed, and he searched for any information he could find about the Otsutsuki. After Sarada was born, he neglected that mission. Eventually, he realized he would have to continue searching for information on the Otsutsuki and the threat they posed. Sasuke was forced to leave his family so that he could protect their futures. He spent a long time searching for information on the Otsutsuki and very little time with his young daughter.